West Michigan, and welcome to 8 West. We are kind of in a little bit of a celebratory mood this week because we're counting down to the Day of Love.
You are wearing a lot of red. I think you're dropping hints.
I am, yes, indeed, because, you know, my husband and I, we've been married for a very long time, and I just want to make sure that this year he doesn't forget about Valentine's Day.
That's never happened.
No,
sure.
Of course
never.
Not living with me. You don't have a chance to forget that.
Anything subtle at all. But I do have some reminders that maybe you can kind of drop to Bill tonight as you're talking, because we love food here. That is obviously no secret. And I was looking about the most romantic foods, because a lot of times you like to celebrate with food. I do, at least.
I do. Yeah, absolutely.
So I found the top 5.
Okay.
You might be a little surprised at the first one. I was. But then I heard a little explanation, and I thought, oh, maybe not. Steak.
Really?
Steak.
That hardly seems like the food of love to me.
I know, it really doesn't. But I guess steak is something you do when you go on a date with someone, and it has a higher price. And so what better way to tell someone you love them than buy them a steak?
Buy them a steak. Honey, I love you. Here's some beef.
Yeah, I know. And so steak, number 1.
Okay.
Pasta. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, Italian, they know how to do it up. Full of love.
That's amore.
Oh, yeah. Strawberries.
Of course. Oh, yeah.
That is a romantic fruit.
I think so. I know. I look at a strawberry any time of the year. I'm like, somebody loves me.
And then chocolate.
Of course.
Yeah, that is a favorite. Another Valentine's. That one's just a given. And then oysters.
Absolutely.
I've heard
that has to be on the list. Yeah.
I've heard that as well. And actually made me think about it. I haven't really had oysters in a long time.
Really?
I do like them.
You do?
I do. You know, it was something I started trying a little bit later in life, and then realized that I'm like, oh, these are pretty good. They're pretty tasty. And then somehow they're romantic. Really not by how you eat them. You know, you kind of slurp them from the shell. It doesn't look super romantic. Not like you're sticking a chocolate-covered strawberry in your mouth. Hey, Terry, I was munching on chocolate-covered strawberries yesterday.
Oh, good. I was going to say, I was worried that maybe you were munching on chocolate-covered oysters. I was going to say,
no, that didn't happen.
Even for you, that'd be disgusting. You know,
I did this shoot with D&W Fresh Market. We're going to be airing it on Thursday. They told us about something beautiful they're doing. You know, we talked about all kinds of things, sparkling wines, and we talked about candy and gifts and bakery items. Like I said, Thursday you're going to want to watch. But they're doing dipping stations at their D&Ws from Friday to Monday, where you can actually go in and buy hand-dipped strawberries, or you can go in and dip them yourself.
What a great idea. Well, you know, it's interesting because I said to you, I sort of have a bone to pick with you, because that was supposed to be my story. And so the way our schedule worked out yesterday, you said, I can do that story because I ended up driving the carpool to basketball in Zeeland, sort of unexpectedly. I wasn't on the schedule, and so I had kind of a tight time schedule. And you said, hey, I'll take that shoot for you at D&W.
I was being
Little did I know.
Co-worker, because Terry had to get, she's like, you know, this is going to be kind of tight for me. I said, hey, I will do that shoot because my schedule freed up. Some things changed, and I said, I will do that. I didn't mention that if it was something else like snow removal or something like that, that I might have not been as excited to step up to the plate.
Thanks a lot.
But I was glad to be able to do that.
I know. I was like, hey, wait a minute. I saw those pictures come across last night. I was like, you know, hopefully you saved some for me. You did say you brought us back a little
I have a treat for Thursday.
For Thursday, so make sure you watch then. Well, I have a special reminder because, you know, it's super cold out there. Of course, we had the big blizzard last week. We're still kind of digging out from that super cold Arctic air for the next couple of days. But I've been driving around, especially in some of the areas outside of the downtown Grand Rapids metro area. And it really has caught my eye that we have a safety issue that's shaping up with fire hydrants, because so many fire hydrants are completely buried. And so I snapped a couple of pictures yesterday, and in fact, I emailed these in to our art department and to Mike Mbala, our director, and I said, did you get my pictures of the fire hydrants? And he said, what fire hydrant? Well, you can sort of see it's sneaking up just a little bit. Well,
I can't even see where it is, Terry.
It's sort of in the middle of the screen, right at the base. You see that almost V shape in the tree there. And all the fire hydrants actually have, there's a long metal stick with a blue sign on the top. They're numbered so that the fire department can easily spot them. But you can see here, this is just into their angle of that same fire hydrant. But can you imagine, I mean, it's already difficult enough and challenging enough for the firefighters to do their job in this kind of weather and in extreme elements, but if they have to get to a fire scene and dig out an iced over fire hydrant, it makes their job even more more challenging. So if you can walk around your neighborhood, maybe grab a couple of kids and just kind of try to at least dig them away, it'll make it a lot easier for the firefighters.
Right.
Kind of one of those safety things this time of the year that you don't really think about, but a lot of them are completely buried.
You know, I was seeing some snow removal on the sidewalks this morning in the city, and unfortunately things have gotten so hard and icy now that they're needing special equipment to get some of that iced up stuff away from even just the sidewalks.
Oh, yeah.
You know, some solutions to put on that, because it's been several days now that it's built up and we've had some different things going on in the weather system.
And so cold now, the ice, the salt, and the other melter agents really won't work very well. So people will be probably putting a kitty litter or sand down even around their own houses, driveways, parking lot, sidewalks. Very, very icy for the next couple of days. We have a warm up for the weekend though. So
all right,
perfect timing.